Today we are sitting here for an interview, me with Nagy, who is the head and the main character behind the OOCup. Hi Ivan.
Hi, hi.
Uh, None of us are English native speakers, so we do what we can.
We'll do our best.
Yeah. My first question is, I ask this everyone: how did you get to know orienteering?
Oh, okay. So it was quite a long time ago. Actually, in primary school, I think I was like seventh grade or something like that, and one of my schoolmates was actually doing orienteering. At that time, I was still rowing. I was, training rowing. But when she explained me about this sport, it sounded very interesting. But I didn't really go to try it at the time. But I knew about the sport, and then later on, my brother, actually, whom I also told about this sport, he actually started it first in Maribor, and then when he was bringing maps, and I could see them, they looked really interesting. Although I knew nothing about maps, but the sports looked more and more interesting. And then I contacted like in the next year after I heard for the sport, I contacted the local club. So I did my first trainings or competitions in Croatia, actually in Zagreb. And then next year I moved to Ljubljana, and then I actually started like more actively doing the sport.
And you were rowing as at the competitions, or
Yeah, I just took part in a few competitions. It was very amateurish. But we were like training 3, 4 times a week in a boat, and it was quite tough training actually, as I remember. I went there for 2 years to Jarun. It's a local lake in Zagreb.
And after you switched to orienteering, did you start with the same pace with the trainings?
Yeah, because I already during this period with rowing, I realized that I'm compared to rowing, I'm maybe slightly more talented or less untalented for running than for rowing, because we also part of rowing training is also running. Um, and yeah, then I was kind of training, but I was, always completely alone and self-taught. I've never had a orienteering coach or anything like that.
You didn't have any group of
No, it was like completely my brother and I, we were
the only
my only, more or less the only, let's say, training partner was my brother. Later on, I had some trainings with guys, with some younger guys in Slovenia and older, but it was not like a regular thing, just occasionally.
So what was your motivation when you started?
I just liked it. That was it.
To understand, yeah.
I just liked the sport. Yeah, well, I remember the first time I tried it uh, in Zagreb. So we went to this mountain, Medvednica, it's called.
It's the big one over Zagreb.
Yeah, exactly. And I went with my friend, and they immediately, we knew nothing about the map, anything. So they explained us in 10 minutes. This is this is that, and we were immediately a part of the relay team in a club competition. And of course, we both got completely lost. And then I remember this very well. When we came back from the forest, somehow we found the way back, and they asked us how it was, and I said, my friend said, "Never again. I don't want to do it again." And I said, "When is the next event?" Or so I liked it somehow. I don't know why, but I just liked it.
You probably you had to meet many orienteers also for organizing the competitions and for the competitors. And did you recognize some qualities of orienteers that
In
might be
general,
special for orienteers?
I mean, in general, okay. My impression is that in general, orienteers are slightly more, slightly smarter than average population, maybe more open-minded. But this is like has nothing to do with the skills. And if you talk about skills or
No, I mean, this is interesting for me. Not the precise skills, the general.
yeah, generally that was always my impression. I mean, of course, you have everything in every community, but in average, I would say, yeah, it's. I mean,
Mhm.
it's. I think it's kind of good population or quality population.
For when you continued as a young boy, uh, when did you start to train under some guide, under some trainer?
I've never
Never.
trained under a guide. No,
Okay.
no, unfortunately, no.
So, what was your, let's say, biggest achievement in competitions? At the competitions,
I didn't have any big achievements.
you don't.
I was like a national champion once in long, once in sprint, and I think twice in the relay.
In
And
the
in Slovenia.
men or younger?
No, in men. In
Men.
men. Yeah, okay, I was also as a man 20. I was also national championship, national champion. But my training was completely unstructured, and for example, I as a 16-year-old boy, 17-year-old boy, I was running elite because my brother was also, and so I kind of
How much older is he?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but no big success as competitor.
Uh, did you when when did you decide that the way for you is to organize the competitions?
So, you mean like when I decided I wanted to be my way of making living, or just when we decided to organize a competition, first
Were
competition?
there two points?
Yes, there were two different
Okay.
points. Yes.
So the first one, when did you decide to make a competition?
The first, oh, that's a really funny story actually. My brother and I, like, we were complete beginners, and we were a member of a club in Slovenia, and they somehow let us organize national championships, which was not the best idea because we didn't have even the car, and we couldn't check terrain, we couldn't check map. And it happened that the map which was made, I won't now talk about who made it. It doesn't really matter. But it was like half of the map was really, really terrible, and we didn't know actually about it because just on one day we managed to borrow a car for my mother, and we just checked one part of the map, which happened to be like quite okay, because the mappers, there were several mappers and they had different skills, obviously.
Mhm.
Um, so we just planned the courses, didn't pre-mark or anything, uh, and on the competition day in the morning we were supposed to set controls, and it was like a national championships in long. Uh, and I couldn't put the control because there was no object which was drawn on the map. So it was really crazy. Like 2 hours before start, and I could not place the control because there is no place to place it. So I just put it somewhere, somewhere in the area, and we didn't say anything to anyone. And of course, it was like a disaster, and the competition was cancelled. So that's my start. You see. Yeah, and then the next day was actually really good compared to the previous day. A relay. Yeah, that was like okay. because
So-
that was in that part which we already kind of seen it.
But so this experience wasn't that bad that you decided never again.
No, I mean I was not really. Of course, I was not happy and I was a bit embarrassed and everything, but it seems that it didn't stop.
Yeah,
us. Yeah.
looks like it's important property to have, not to get
To give up,
discouraged.
yes, yeah. I mean, there was like, of course, it was our fault, my brothers and mine, but in the end, maybe we shouldn't have been let
How old
do
were you?
it was in 90, I was like 18,
Mhm.
I think, actually 17, and my brother was 22.
This sometimes happens also in Slovakia that they put the responsibility of the competition to the youngest because no one else is willing to organize.
Because everybody else knows
Yeah.
what it means to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when did you start your first?
Good competition.
Yeah.
Well, then we did actually 2 years. I think 2 years later, we made the Magnus Cup.
In Czech.
No, it was in Slovenia.
But is it the Czech name?
I don't know. Is there?
Oh, okay, there was some Magnus Club in Czech Republic. Maybe it isn't connected.
No.
Okay.
No. Actually, it's also a very strange story. I don't know where we had this drive to do the competitions at the time. I don't know, but we just wanted to do them. So we did it on Rakitna. It's a village south of Ljubljana, and yeah, exactly. It was also interesting. There is like a sanatorium, youth sanatorium for asthmatic children, and again, my brother and I, we just show up there, and we asked the director if they can finance the map, and he liked the idea, and we got a quite big map.
Mhm.
This time, much better than that one for the national champs. And we did there. I think it was 3 or 2. I don't remember really. 2 or 3 or 2 day event in 1997. Yeah, I would say 7. Yeah, 1997. So it was actually next year from the
Mhm.
this
Mhm.
national championship. So already, but
And,
it's strange. Maybe national championships was in 95. I don't really remember.
For this Rakitna map, did you have mappers or did you do it?
No, mappers. Yes,
Okay.
Hungarian mappers, and yeah, it was a decent map.
When did you start? Did you start right from the beginning going to the competitions in other countries?
Yeah. As soon as I came to Slovenia, so that was like 93, I think. Uh, yeah, very soon we started to compete in Hungary, Austria. That was and Croatia. So from Slovenia we went to these 3.
Mhm.
Not much further.
When you compared the competitions, was Slovenia the smallest?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I mean, Hungary and Austria were like another galaxy
Mhm.
for us, and at the time, and Croatia was like similar level as let's say Slovenia, but at that time they had bigger competitions than Slovenia.
Probably now Slovenia has the biggest competitions from those countries, doesn't it?
I don't really know. I mean, yeah, compared to Croatia for sure. Austria, Hungary, probably, yeah. I don't know because they don't have this. I would say yes because Lipica is now probably bigger than any
Mhm.
Austrian or Hungarian event.
Yeah.
And OOCup is also so. But OOCup, okay, it's not always in Slovenia.
So in '97 you organized first. Was it Success?
Yeah, that was much okay. There were still some issues with map and everything, but it was like much better than that national championships, which was like
Uh,
really fiasco. Here
mm,
was like kind of quite good, I think.
uh, um, did you start at this time thinking about doing the map yourself?
I don't remember exactly when it happened, but yes, I think it was around that time. Again, with my brother, we tried to do a map close to Ljubljana, but somehow we were not really successful and persistent enough because we had no clue how to. Nobody showed
Hmm.
showed us. We didn't ask also, so we just went into forest and tried to make a map
Hmm.
without clue
Hmm.
how to do it, and then we quite quickly stopped.
It takes a long time to do a map.
Yes, but I don't know actually why we stopped. I mean, we are both quite persistent, I think, but I don't remember really. I just know we were there like 2 days and then we stopped with it, with this kind of project or whatever.
And from this year, from '97, did you start to organize a competition every year, or you still?
No, then then this Magnus Cup was organized for several more years.
By you?
No, I mean it was a club,
Uh-huh.
Tivoli, Oka Tivoli from Ljubljana, and then yeah, and then we kind of split. We made another club, Oka Ursus, and with that one we then started to do OOCup. But that was in 2000. So the first OOCup was 2002. So there
Yeah.
were several years
Okay.
in between. And I think Magnus Cup was, if my memory serves me well, it was the first event in Slovenia with a sport ident, and this is thanks to my brother who borrowed the system from Croatians who had it because they organized World Military Championships, and he he created this timekeeping software, and this was a MIT system. Uh, so yeah, this was actually interesting, but I think it was the first one, yeah, around nine 2099. I don't remember
Mhm.
actually. I remember the place, but I don't remember the year.
And then when you started organizing OOCup, from the beginning, did you think you will be living from that?
No, 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 not at all. It was just all cup started by it was started by three of us. So my brother, Daniel Lebar, and me.
Mhm.
Um, and I did not think about that at all at the time.
So what was the motivation?
Just to make a good competition and maybe earn some money as a student. That's
So
all.
you were still a student.
Yes,
When did you finish the university?
I think when 2004. I think four.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still during your studies, you started OOCup.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And your brother, was he already employed or?
Yes. Actually, he borrowed some money for mapping. So he had some money.
Uh-huh.
He was employed as a programmer. Um, yeah.
The first map, was it on Sorishka?
Sorishka Planina. Yeah. Mm.
Was it the most, or was it the hardest to get the money for the
You know.
first map?
You know. Daniel Lebar was actually responsible
Uh-huh.
for the map, and he arranged everything regarding this. Um, so I don't. It's a long time ago now. But yes, I think it was a very big cost at the time. This map.
Can you remember if the first competition paid for the map?
I can. It did not pay for
Uh-huh.
the map. Yes.
So you
first not.
and how many years did you have to organize the OOCup to?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
I don't know. I should ask Daniel. I really don't know.
Uh, okay, so when did you start to do the mapping by yourself?
Mapping.
Yeah.
Huh. The first map which was actually used was in 2004 or 5.
Quite soon.
4 or 5.
Did you start it because uh, you would save some costs, or you wanted to do it?
Both. It was both. I definitely wanted to save some cost, and because after this first World Cup, Goran, my brother, and Dani, they said they don't want to be involved anymore. So actually, there were no. I mean, there were this map. There was this map from Soriška Planina, but then very soon we moved to Upper Savinja Valley, and there were no maps. So I was supposed to finance whole mapping by myself, and I was just student. Um, so I definitely wanted to cut the costs for, or maybe I already finished. Yeah, I just finished.
When you finished your studies, did you get some job or?
Yes, but later on, I yes, I don't. I'm so bad with years. I'm sorry. I think my first job was in 2006. I was working for this pharmaceutical company.
So not right straight from the university.
Yes, but now I'm thinking, was it really 2004 when I finished university? Maybe it was 2000.
It doesn't matter. I was just wondering if you
I really don't know.
had a job before you started to live from OOCup. So it was like during.
I didn't have a job because I remember that one way to make money was I was writing some articles for Osport. That was a Czech magazine. And then with this money, I financed a small map close to Ljubljana, Toškočelo, and they organized national championships in middle and national league event. And with that money, I've partly financed the making map for the OOCup. So it kind of the money I started with was actually from writing these articles, then one small map, and then
bigger.
Yeah.
And so how many let's say after you started OOCup, how many other competitions you were organizing per year?
I mean, at first it was just OOCup, no other competitions, and then in 2000 again, I'm so bad. I'm really sorry with these years. I should check on computer or somewhere. But I think around 2012 I started with Lipica Open. I took over Lipica Open, which was traditional event in Slovenia from '92. I think it started, and then it was this Bubo Cup later on and Easter 4. So, I mean, at the kind of peak, it was four events, four multi-day events per year. So it was 19 competition days in the. Yeah,
it's the most 19.
I would say, or maybe there was some more because in a few years we also organized the national championships when there was no other interested organizer in Slovenia. So maybe it's even more, but 19 for sure. It's at least 19 is the most. Maybe it's 20 or 21. I don't know. I should check.
It's a lot of days.
Well, yeah, it's a lot, but it worked somehow. But now,
when did you know that you can live from organizing?
So when I had this job, I didn't endure there very long, as I mentioned you,
Yeah.
like 9 months, and it was in 2007 when I left the job, and that was actually the first year OOCup became a 5-day event. And when I saw how big interest is there for the race, I realized that probably I could, yeah, make living from that.
What do you think was the most important thing for runners to come?
To OOCup,
Yeah.
I was wondering about this many times. Uh, I don't really know, but I think one is I think OOCup has this reputation of being quite difficult technically, and I think many people, throughout the years, it kind of created some kind of aura, or I don't know what. That many people want to try it at least, and we have really many people who come year by year to OOCup. Another thing I think is we are also really, we at least try to be, and to be very friendly with competitors. I mean, quite flexible, and atmosphere is usually really relaxed, and not like I mean, many people told us also about this, like sometimes in other competition everything is so strict, so serious. I don't know, and here is like more relaxed. And of course, we are choosing areas which are also interesting from the tourism point of view, like nice. Like this year, for example, it was
Beautiful.
yeah. Uh, Also, Ireland, I think, will be nice, and France was nice. I mean, all these places were quite nice. And what I think is very important is that you have the uh, how what's the English word, consistency, so that you don't organize and then stop for a few years and then
Yeah.
start again, or and things like that.
Mhm.
And not to be always at the same place. I think this is also very important. Because there are many competitions which are organized always in the same place, and especially foreigners get fed up with it, because who will come just in one place every year for their vacation?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think most of the orienteers connect the OOCup to the holidays?
I'm quite sure it's like that. I think if it's not,
They should.
then no, then I'm like living in a illusion or something like this. I think yes, but I don't know. I haven't researched this, but it seems logical.
And you always wanted to organize it in the dates that you do in July, and
Oh yes.
were you ever
Yes.
thinking about changing the dates?
Not really. No. Uh, I mean, what's the alternative? I didn't want to do it in August, because after several years of having a Bubo Cup in August, I decided I don't want to do that anymore. So I want to have August free. Um, and what's the alternative to this date? I don't know. Earlier in July or even late June. Mm, I
When
don't
you
know.
set the dates, do you check the schedules of other competitions?
Not anymore. I used to, but
Okay.
now I don't really. I mean, maybe maybe a little bit, but not really, because there are so many events, and it's impossible to adjust to everyone and so
Yeah,
on.
and now I think
And
OOCup is so big that
yes, and yeah, okay, but there is also another thing. Even let's say Oringen. Even if we make O Cup with 3 days in between, I don't think there are many people who will go to both.
yeah,
So you don't really gain as much as some people think that you gain. Of course, there are some crazy guys who go to like three big events, three multi-day events in a row, but I don't think that's a majority of the people. So in the end, they decide anyway. They go to this one or to this one. So I don't think this is like a big and important factor now for us, which date to choose, which days to choose. Yeah.
what was the motivation for organizing OOCup in other countries?
There were like two main reasons. One was I started to have feeling that numbers are starting to drop if it's organized only in Slovenia. Because as I said, if it's always the same country, then people are not
Get
interested
bored.
to spend their vacations always in Slovenia. Uh, but also very important, maybe even more, was that I started to have some kind of motivation problem, and I wanted to to break the routine a little bit and try other locations, other people. It's much easier if you work with some new stuff than always
So
just repeating the same.
yeah, you are. So you seems like you are not afraid of the challenges of organizing it in different countries.
No, I'm not afraid, for sure not. I mean, no, no. You must have a good partner, of course, and you must trust, because it's
You in the other country.
in the other country. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, I don't think I would ever even try to do it in any other country except Slovenia and Croatia without a strong partner which I can trust, really. So, but I'm not afraid now. Why would I be afraid?
Mm, to me, the administration usually.
Yeah, but this is what they do.
Yeah. That's
So,
smart.
yeah, so I cannot work with, I don't know, Italian or French administration. That would be too much.
How do you assess the partner?
By speaking to them, and then this is just
Your feeling?
maybe one day I will step on a mine, or how they say. I
Uh,
hope not. But no, I mean, so far all the partners were like really great. So I have not a single bad word to say about any of them. So it was really good. And it's like orienteers are kind of it sounds corny to say they're family, but like closed group of people, and you know yeah, you can have a problem. I know that I know it's risky. Of course I'm very well aware of it, that all things can happen, but so far it was okay.
the life is nicer if you trust people.
Well, definitely. I mean, you must be careful,
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, without trust, what can you do? Without trust, it's hard.
How do you? Because usually on OOCup we can see many Czech guys.
Yeah.
How did this? Mm,
Happen.
Yeah.
You mean like as the organizers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Well, I will not speak in years because I don't know. So at some point of all cup mappers were setting controls during the race, and there was the once they brought a guy, Michal Bialojit. I think it was 2008, and then I asked Michal Bialojit if he can bring some more young guys, like good runners and quality orienteers, good quality orienteers, to set controls. And actually, he brought next year guys from Luhačovice, and that was that was 2008 exactly, and then 2009 it was the first year with guys from Luhačovice. And actually, since then they are setting controls, which is now quite a long period.
So they have to probably they are different people now than at the beginning.
Actually, not so different. I mean, at that time there were a group of four, and they're still doing it. Okay, now they have kids, jobs, and so on, so they're not always all of them. But
so group of four can set out all the controls for OOCup.
Yes, okay. Last year we had like five, but 4 or 5 we have. Oh no, yeah.
And how do you do it before? Do you put out the tapes or
Yes,
the control
yes,
places?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
we pretty much.
Do you do it by yourself, or if you are the course setter?
No, no, not always. Not always. I mean, I do some part, but I mean, there were years when I didn't do like any paper. Now in the last years, I started to do a bit more, but I rarely do all. Probably I never did all actually by myself. So
It has to be for a couple days if you want to do it
yes,
all.
yeah, yeah. So, but you know, I trust also again. I trust guys. You must know who can you ask about this, and then it's I think no problem.
Mhm. And so you are working with many mappers. What did you recognize that is special about mappers? That
Yes, I've said this many times. I think all mappers who I had something to do with, they are a little bit out of the mainstream, or how to say. They are not the most. I don't want to sound harsh, but not the most normal guys, let's say. But not in a bad way, in an actually very good way. I really like all of them, in fact. So, but they're all a bit special. This is definitely the first observation.
uh-huh. Do you have some special way of treating them?
No, I don't know what you mean by that, but no, because
That you have to be
I feel like
careful
I'm also kind of I'm also a mapper.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel a bit more normal. No. I'm also not really completely. I am a mapper, I think, by heart. So
Um, could you imagine living just from doing maps?
I could, but not now when I have small. Okay, now they're not so small anymore. My children, so they're 15 and 13 now. So now I can spend more and more time
Let's say
away.
if you could
But if
do
I
it
was,
from home every day.
yes, I could imagine. I think maybe this is the best part actually for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you know, I hope I'm not overestimating myself, but because I know mapping is like a really hard job, and I have this luck that I don't have to work in very harsh conditions. Uh, you know, if I work from home, if it's a bad day, I just don't go.
Mhm.
And I know if you are hired, then you know you cannot just sit at
Yeah.
and you have to try at least and so on. So I never tried, so it's hard to say if I could, but it feels like I could. I think I could.
And this who actually taught you how to draw the map? Did you ever have a teacher?
Yes, yeah, it was Istvan Földi from Romania. Uh, he was. I had some really good time with him when we started mapping in Upper Savinja Valley, and we were working on a like almost without base map. Uh, so it was like a really good school, I think. And he's really good in making very accurate maps without any base map. Yeah, so it was him, and yeah, I think only him I can really kind of call a teacher. Although, of course, I think I learned from every mapper I worked with. I probably learned something, you know, some good things, bad things, and so on.
Mhm.
But you know, the start was with Istvan. Yeah.
Uh, I guess I remember when I saw your name for the first time on the map.
Okay.
I was surprised that
It's so bad.
you are no. I ran and then I saw it, and I didn't notice any bad quality at the map, so I was
Okay, great.
pleasantly surprised because I thought if you are a organizer, you don't have time for doing the map.
Yeah. No, I mapped quite some maps. Uh, I really like in general. I really like mapping, but you know, as always, as long as you can do it in peace. If
Yeah.
you are in time pressure, then I don't like it. But then I don't like any work. So yeah.
With organizing OOCup, do you sometimes get under pressure?
Yes, I do.
Is it every year?
Yes, it's every year.
Why?
Because I'm that kind of person. But
You know what Mozart said, that the best inspiration is the deadline.
yeah, it's. I mean, I didn't know, but it's absolutely true. And actually, I think I can work. I don't like it, but I think I can work quite good under pressure. Although I hate it, but somehow so this is true what Mozart said. Definitely, it's the best motivation. Yeah. No, I mean it's the it was much worse in the first years, and now it's much better. And I don't. I spend at the beginning. It takes time to learn to estimate the time cost for certain things, and it happened to me like really many times that I didn't sleep, nights where I didn't sleep at all, or a week where I slept in average 3 hours and things like that.
Mhm.
But now there is like really it's a rare thing now, so it's I did get a little bit better.
Okay. Uh, with the so you said at the beginning you started with your brother.
Yeah.
He was the software guy.
Yes, he's a software guy. Yeah.
You said he's still doing software now.
Yes,
He's
but
living
uh,
from programming.
yeah.
And the motivation behind the software for orienteering was to make an alternative system, or because there were probably other softwares for organizing.
Yes.
And
I don't really know. I don't really remember how it started. The first, how was the first event? We should ask Goran what was the main motivation. I think it was something like alternative system. Yeah. Later on, I think he was planning to sell some, but it was not really successful. I don't know why, because it's really good software in my opinion. We use it like all the time, and it's really great. Now it's free, so everybody can use it. For I don't know the last I think 10 years it's free.
So he does it for free?
He doesn't do it anymore except if I ask him to do something, some feature. Otherwise, it's not being developed anymore. Yeah. Now, actually, this year he made quite a big update because of the sport ident. Otherwise, he has no interest in it anymore. As a if there was no me, it would be completely abandoned. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
There was no OOCup and. So in Slovenia, it's I think maybe even most of clubs use it. I think some clubs in Croatia, um, but I don't know why more people doesn't use it because I really think it's good. But it's their choice.
So, what was the highest number of competitors at OOCup?
I don't know exactly, but it was like 3,000 in 2018 in France.
Okay.
That was the largest number.
Were you very prepared for so high number?
I mean, we had like 2,000 in 2016, so we were not worried. And we have
1,000 more is okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. I think.
Okay.
You just have to adjust some things, but no, there was no problem at that time.
Do you think you would be able to organize as big competition as Oringen?
No, okay, that's that's different.
Just a couple thousand more.
Just 15,000 more.
Yeah.
No. But like 3,000, 2,000, 3,000. I think this is digestible, or how to say. Now, if it's probably up to 4, it would be fine. Then 5, I don't know. I don't know. But we were not. I was very scared in 2007 because until then the biggest number was like 600, and then in April we had like 1,400 all at once, and I made a big marketing at the time, and it was in a very nice place in Velika Planina, and first time 5 days and so on. So then we closed the entries because I was worried that we won't be able to handle it, and so I think I closed at 1,400, and then and in April, and then still we took like 350 because people were kind of almost begging to take them because they booked accommodation, and and we just closed. I just closed it at some point, so it was also not correct thing to do. But we really didn't expect so many runners. But in the end, it was all really okay. No, I don't. I mean, with timekeeping and this kind of things, parking, that all worked fine.
Do you still visit some other competitions?
No, but I should. Actually, I'm planning on. Yeah, I'm planning to.
Okay.
No, really, because I want to see how it's done elsewhere.
Yeah, is there anything you would recommend the organizers to pay attention to as much as they can? Or what are the main areas they should pay attention to?
I mean, for OOCup, it was always the kind of the terrain map and the course, which we try to do. All the rest was like, sometimes a bit shaky. Okay, no, timekeeping was also, I think, because we have the best timekeeper in the world. I think Sandy Kmetic. I have to say this. He's like really, really good.
Yeah, he seems like.
Yeah. He is. He's like, yeah. I cannot imagine a better guy for this, really. So yeah, I think this is what you need. What is most important to have the good map, good course, and nice terrain. And then if you manage to do good timekeeping and everything is in order, you have already a nice competition.
So do you think the stuff around the competition, washing and buffet, is it
What is it? Buffet and what?
a shower?
Shower. Okay. No, we never had shower.
No.
No.
I didn't even realize there was no shower.
Yeah, because you never shower. So yeah. Why would you realize? No, I mean it's in Sweden. It's a rule you must have a shower.
Yeah.
So there actually we didn't have it at the race. We just had the possibility for runners to take shower in the city, which I don't think anybody used. But no, I really think it's for a small team, and I really see no problem if people go, to their accommodation and take shower there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's in Slovakia. It's like a standard to have shower.
No. I was just talking to Robo. He said
it should be a standard.
Yeah, it should be a standard.
I mean, it's nice. Of course, it's nice if you have it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's not important to me as well.
Yeah. And buffet is the same thing. I see it the same way. It's nice to have it, but it's not so easy to find a buffet a company which wants to do it at their own risk. Usually, often they say, yeah, we can do it, but it must be minimum, I don't know how many, or something like this. But of course, you can find them. Yeah, but we have it sometimes in Lipica, sometimes in OOCup, sometimes not. I don't know. I don't find it very crucial.
Yeah. Was there ever a year when you were afraid if it doesn't if you don't have enough people, you might have to find a job for yourself.
No, I mean I was thinking about job, but not because of that.
Uh-huh.
I was just thinking to leave everything altogether, but not for this reason. There was
Would you?
never. I mean, there was in 21 we had very few competitors, but
So you were the only competition that didn't stop during COVID.
not probably not only, but I would say
Yeah, maybe one
like
of
of
few.
of those which are a little bit more well known. I think there were not many other. Yeah, in 2020, I think most of the multi-day events were cancelled during the summer. We were kind of really lucky then. I don't know. Somehow it was possible to do it in France, and we did it.
For okay, so your advice for organizers would be to have a nice map and good courses, good timekeeping.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody will say that. Yeah, I don't know. Advice. I never thought about.
And how to? Would you say that to get more people to your competition? For example, for me in Slovakia, if I want more people, would you think the marketing works?
Yes, it works. Definitely, it works. And I did a lot of marketing in the past, but now
what are the examples of?
just some Facebook posts or giving leaflets on the competitions, and then I also we used to publish quite a few ads in magazines in UK, in Sweden, I think, yeah, in Sweden, Finland, in I don't know, even in Russia, I remember. That was a long time ago, like 10 years ago, and then, but now it's mostly social media. But we're not. I'm not very active with it. So now, but in the past, I think it was very important. I think people like to see some nice map samples, nice landscape photo.
Yeah.
And that's what attracts them, I think, to OOCup. Maybe some other events have different strategy. I don't know. To offer some other things.
The number of orienteers in many countries is going down, I think. Do you think there is some way how to motivate new runners, new people to come to orienteering?
I'm not sure I'm the right person to ask. I think I have now a little, because of my kids, I have a little insight in how kids nowadays are. It's hard to generalize, of course, but it's very interesting that when I was, let's say, a kid, all the sports I did, all the activities came from inside of me. So my parents never told me you should do this sport, you should do that sport, or anything like that. It was always me who had a wish and motivation to do sport. And nowadays it looks like it's very often they have no real motivation, and parents are motivating them. Oh, try this, try that. I don't know why is that. In fact, okay, of course we can blame everything on phones and social media and I don't know what, but I have no good answer for this, unfortunately. It would be nice to my kids are not orienteers, so I'm obviously not the best.
But you probably went the same way as your parents. You didn't force them to.
No, I didn't force them at all. So actually, my daughter is now she started to run in a athletics club, and my son is like he works a lot in the field on tractor and so on. So he's very active, but not not so much in sport.
Do you think you can you do every year think about if you should continue, or is it now that stable that you just go and organize it every year?
Yeah, I mean, I think, of course, sometimes, but it's really hard to stop it once. It's so long. I mean, I'm doing it now. Next year to 25th edition,
Mm.
and it's hard for me to, so I was building it for 25 years, and then just to say, now it's gone. Now it's stopped.
Mm.
There is no more OOCup. But I have to admit, sometimes I fantasize about it, like to change life completely and to try to do
Yeah.
maybe something else, or I don't know. But it's not really serious thinking. I think OOCup will persist for at least some more years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Tell us what we should be looking for the next year in Ireland.
I mean, like always, nice terrain, nice maps made by Ondrej Pijak, amongst others. Yeah, I think it will be really nice. Completely different than any OOCup so far. We've never had this type of terrain, of course. So there will be 3 stages up on the mountain, which is actually quite tricky, even though it looks pretty easy on photos. And even when you come to the mountain, everything looks very open and easy. But
From distance.
From distance, yeah. But once you get into the crags and knolls and ridges and the re-entrance, I think some people might have technical problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is 3 days. Then we have like sand dunes on one stage.
Moving sand dunes.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, because we started the map and we had a lidar scan, and right from the beginning we noticed there is like 20% of the peninsula is missing because the sea took it.
Yeah. So we have 20% smaller map than planned, but
it's still great terrain.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, and then the last stage in the forest, which is not like really typical OOCup forest. I mean, it's a bit easier technically, but the setting is really nice with the Macros house and the gardens and the fields around and the lake and so on. So it's really a spectacular place, even though orienteering might not be the most difficult one ever.
Yeah, the interesting part is that it is one of the few forests in Ireland.
Yeah, here, at least here, around here.
Yeah, around here.
There are not many forests in Ireland, but they have a Ministry of Forestry, which is very interesting. So yeah, I think it's gonna be nice. Killarney is great. There are like many pubs, mountains. There are mountains around. Everyone can go hiking after when OOCup is over.
The highest peak is here.
Yeah, it's very close.
1070 or something.
Yeah. But like it's a real mountain. It's not just. That doesn't sound, but
people died like there, as you said.
Yeah, as I was told. So it's a serious mountain. Yeah. So I think it will be really nice. I mean, we wouldn't choose Ireland if it wasn't nice.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And
congratulations for we said 50th podcast.
Yeah, this is the 50th. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
It's also, so you said from 2020.
2020. Yeah.
Great.
So you will be the first English speaking podcast.
Trying to speak English.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.